What you see there is not a GTO or a Lemans. It's a Tempest, 66 Tempest. Looks like a GTO because it's quite unusual in body style. It's a two-door hardtop. A little backstory on this car. It was bought locally by an older gentleman who wanted a Pontiac Tempest, but he didn't like the rubber floor mats the Tempest had, so he ordered carpet. And when he ordered the carpet, it upped it to a custom, which is on the dashboard over there. And it gave it an interior with the design that the GTOs had, only with a bench seat and the Tempests. There's some other unusual things about it too. When it upgraded to custom, it became a pillarless hardtop. That's the way the order came through. But the real unusual thing about this car is this right here. Overhead cam, Sprint 6. Take you around front and show you. This is an overhead cam, Sprint 6 engine. Get some light in there. When I got this car 27 years ago, I rebuilt the motor, camshaft, oversized pistons, new timing belt, all the stuff. I didn't really know what a Sprint 6 was. And one of my suppliers to our shop was a muffler guy whose brother was big into the GTO club of the Pittsburgh area. And he said it was a very rare car. Well, we found the build sheet underneath the seat. I'd known the history of this car since the old man bought it. I traded a Volkswagen Rabbit. We were a car dealership, and I traded him a Volkswagen Rabbit for this car because he needed a running car. This car has a factory 4-barrel and dual exhausts. You see the two pipes down there, one in the front and one in the rear. That's the way it came from the factory. Back years ago, I sent the information and the $50 to Pontiac Registry, and they sent me back a report on it. And it's a very low production car with the body the way it is. They put a lot of these overhead cam engines in Tempests, but not the Sprint 6 engine, which was the 4-barrel dual exhaust motor. They were all, or mostly all, a single throat carburetor. And most of them went into the smaller Pontiac, like your Camaros. I've sold this car, have had a lot of people want to buy it, but everybody wanted to yank this motor out and put a Chevy or whatever they wanted. And a guy from the area that I sold a 57 Chevy to, he wanted His son-in-law wanted this car, and he wants to restore it because he realizes the rarity of it. The Pontiac registry said there was probably less than 50 of these built with this combination. And it hasn't been started in over 20 years. I'm not going to bore you with all there's hundreds of YouTube videos of people doing a first start video. Well, I've already gone through and oiled the cylinders about a week ago, put spark plugs back in, just things that I always want to do whenever I'm starting up a vehicle that hasn't been run for a long time. Filed the points. I've primed the carburetor, and I'm about to start it for the first time in 20 years. The carburetor is full of fuel. I unhook the gas tank so that old fuel won't go into the carburetor, because when I put it away, I had unhooked that and ran it out of gas. Turn the key on. And the little red lights are on. And we'll see if it'll fire off. Sounds like my battery's dead. It's definitely dead. I'll have to bring you back when I have a charged battery.